I'm Erica from Vantage Tables, sort of. Today we're going to be explaining some principles of stoichiometry, and to help I have some horse friends here to explain some. Alright, the first one we're going to talk about today is a limiting reactant. And what a limiting reactant is in a chemical equation is the one that limits the amount of product that can be formed. The reaction will stop when the limiting reactant has been consumed. For example, we have three different kinds of colored horses here. We have a chestnut, which is in all red color. We have a bay horse, which is brown with black mane and tail markings. And we have our gray horses. So if we were to create groupings, each one containing a chestnut, a gray, and a bay horse, we can actually only create three groups because we only have our three gray horses. Therefore, our gray horses are our limiting reactant. The difference between an actual theoretical and a percent yield is another topic we're going to discuss today. Actual yield is the amount of substance that you actually produce through your experiment. It's the amount of product that was made through the reaction. A theoretical yield is what you should theoretically be able to make if everything in your reaction goes perfectly as planned. And your percent yield is the relationship between what you should have and what you actually have. For instance, with our horse molecules here, because we have in our three groups, our theoretical yield is three groups with access bay and chestnut. But let's say in the process of making this video, one of our horses were to spook and run away. Then we've actually only made two groups now. Therefore, our percent yield is 2 over 3, or 66.7%. And the relationship between the limiting reactant and the theoretical yield is another topic we're going to discuss. The theoretical yield is the final product of a chemical reaction if all the reactants were converted to the product completely. For example, if we have 16 horses out here total, theoretically, without taking into account color, we could make 5 groups. But because we must make up groups based on colors and we only have our 3 gray horses, we can only make our 3 groups. The limiting reactant must be identified in order to calculate the percent yield of a reaction, since the theoretical yield is defined as the amount of product obtained when the limiting reactant reacts completely. Now, the basic schematic that's used to solve the stoichiometric problems is first we must make a balance equation. So let's just take all of our excess horses away over here. So let's say to balance our equation out completely, if we have our 3C, which is our 3 chestnuts, our 3 grays, and our 3 bays. So this would be on one side of the equation, which would then turn into our 3 even groups. After you balance out your equation completely, you then convert the units of the given substance into moles, i.e. grams to moles. Then using mole to mole ratios, calculate the moles of the substance yielded by the reaction, and lastly, convert the moles of wanted substance to desired units. Alright, so I hope this helps you understand some principles of stoichiometry better.